plant physiology. So in this, as discussed, the topic that you're going to discuss is plant respiration. So the question is again, do plant respire? Yes. Respiration is going to be a basic feature of all living organism. Is that so? Then I have never seen a plant to respire. So the idea of respiration should be considered here in this context. That is, respiration can be either external respiration or it can be an internal respiration. That can be external or internal. So what is external respiration? The external respiration is what we call it as breathing. Right? We breathing. We inspire, we expire. This is what is known as breathing. So plant don't do external respiration or breathing, but rather plant do internal respiration. And that's internal respiration. So which means that the respiration term meant here denotes internal respiration. Right? So what is internal respiration? It is nothing but it is also otherwise called as cellular respiration. Why? Because it is going to happen inside a cell. It's going to happen internally, not externally. Right? Hence it is called as either internal respiration or it is going to be referred as cellular respiration. Right? You're getting it? Okay, so let's see what is going to happen here. Let us take, a particular a cell. So this is going to be a cell, right? Let us say every cell requires energy to function. Without energy, we will not be able to perform our function, right? So energy by the term energy, we mean adenosine triphosphate, right? Because that is the energy currency of the cell. So whatever form of energy we are associated with, okay, the usable form of energy for any living cell is going to be ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So where does the energy comes from? What do you do? Just think, what do you do? You're supposed to take some food, right? So we take food, okay. Right, now we consume food, likewise, plant do consume food. So plant don't consume food, but plant prepares food. How it prepares the food? By photosynthesis. Right, it prepares the food by photosynthesis. So once the food enters into the cell, right, it has to get converted to energy. For example, let me assume that I'm going to earn 100 rupees and I'm going to donate to other person, right? But before I donate, I make sure that I have some amount for myself. Likewise, the plant prepares food by means of photosynthesis. It is going to give it to the animals. That is, we call it as consumers. That's the reason why plants are referred as producer. You would have heard this term. So before it gives that particular, some part of its prepared food to the consumer, it is going to have some amount for itself. Okay, that is what is used for its plant's own purpose. Right? So once that particular food enters into the cell, it gets converted to energy, and this particular set of reactions, this is not a single step reaction. So this is going to be, I'm going to zoom it, right? I'm going to have a multiple reactions which are linked together, and these set of reactions is what is going to be termed as internal respiration, right? So this internal respiration is the only source by which any living organism is going to get its energy. It's not only plants, but any living, even this is what's happening in our cells too. So whatever we eat is not going to be just for plants, but it's going to be for animals. Okay, so whatever you need, as I have said, this is going to get featured in 11th plant physiology. Actually, what I'm talking here. So the same sort of reaction, the same set of concepts will be dealt in case of a person enters BBS. The same set of concepts will be dealt. right? So, which means that the cellular respiration, like it's just a metabolic reaction. This is what we call it as a metabolism. Cellular reaction is going to be universally, they're going to be present in any living organism, whichever requires ATP. Okay, so what is the clarity here? That plant have no external breathing, but it has got an internal breathing, whereas we animals have got, okay, both external as well as internal respiration. That is, external respiration is what we refer it as breathing, right? And this requires, oxygen, right? So how do we get this oxygen? We get it by external respiration, okay, and inspiration, okay. So we breathe in, and CO2 will be produced. CO2 will be produced, and we just let out as the process of expiration. So that's the reason why we need external respiration or breathing. So why plant? How do plant get this oxygen? Plant get its oxygen through stomach pore. So since there is a pore outside through which the exchange of gases can happen, there is no a separate concept called as, okay, external respiration, which is, or breathing, which is required for the plant, right? So this is a very basic introductory concept which highlights the importance and idea of internal respiration, right? In subsequent videos, we'll be talking about the various concepts involved, okay, in this particular internal respiration, and how these things really work so that the food is getting ultimately converted to the usable form of energy. There is the, in photosynthesis, the solar energy. Okay, solar energy will be converted to chemical energy. That's what has happened in photosynthesis. And in respiration, the same chemical energy is getting converted to ATP. So you see continuously the energy getting transformed. So this goes by the equation that energy can either be created nor be destroyed, but only can be transformed, right? So photosynthesis, solar energy to chemical energy. In respiration, chemical energy back to ATP. Okay. So in subsequent videos, okay, we'll meet to discuss the further concepts involved in this particular topic. Thanks for watching.